I never thought I'd find myself standing at this crossroads, caught between a past I tried to forget and a future I never saw coming. It all started on a warm summer evening when the air was thick with the scent of blooming jasmine and the promise of something forbidden. I was 38, married to a good man, living what most would call a stable life, successful career as a marketing executive, a cozy house in the suburbs, and a friendship with my best friend, Clara, who had become like family. I cherished those quiet mornings over coffee, the weekends spent at our local farmers market, and the gentle rhythm of my days. But beneath that calm surface, a whisper of longing had always lingered, unspoken yet persistent. That was until the night I stepped into her brother's house, an event I had tried to avoid. Ethan was her older brother, a handsome, rugged man, twice my age, freshly divorced, and seemingly off-limits. I had always admired him from afar, knowing I should keep my distance. Our interactions were polite, but there was an undeniable spark whenever our eyes met. That evening, Clara had invited me to her parents' cabin for a weekend getaway. It was meant to be a relaxing retreat, nothing more. But when Clara had to run an errand, she left Ethan and me alone in the cabin, a space filled with the scent of cedar and burning wood. As the evening fell, we found ourselves sharing a bottle of wine in front of the crackling fire. The silence stretched comfortably until a sudden accidental touch, his hand brushing mine as he reached for his glass, sent a jolt through my entire body. I felt the heat of his skin, the subtle tremor of his fingers. Our gazes lingered longer than appropriate, a dangerous silence thickening between us. I told myself it was the alcohol, that it was just a momentary lapse. But deep inside, I knew it was something more, something impossible to ignore. We both felt it, the unspoken tension that grew with every passing minute. His voice softened as he spoke about his recent divorce, about feeling lost and lonely, about the past that haunted him. I listened, heart pounding, hoping he couldn't hear the rapid beat of my own. I could see the shadows flickering across his face, and I wondered what would happen if I just leaned in. In that fragile instant, a single accidental touch turned into a lingering gaze. And I felt a dangerous pull, one I had tried to suppress for years. If this confession has you on the edge of your seat, hit like and share, because you will not believe what happens next. I knew I shouldn't entertain these thoughts, that I was treading on forbidden ground. My mind raced with the risks, the betrayal, the damage to my marriage, the fallout in my close-knit world. Yet in that moment, it was as if the universe had arranged for us to collide. Ethan's eyes held stories of heartbreak, of a man craving connection after years of loneliness. I could smell the faint hint of his cologne, citrus and musk, and feel the rough texture of his palm, now just inches from mine. My fingertips tingled, and I wondered if he felt it too. When I finally pulled back, our faces so close I could see the tiny flecks of gold in his irises. The world outside seemed to fade away. I was suddenly acutely aware of the thrum of my own heartbeat, loud enough to drown out everything else. My mind flashed back to the life I had built, married for stability, living in comfort, a friendship that had become my anchor. Yet here I was, teetering on the edge of something dangerous and exhilarating. That night, as I retreated to my room, my thoughts were a whirlwind of confusion and desire. I questioned everything I knew about loyalty, about love, about myself. But beneath the chaos, a flicker of hope ignited. Maybe, just maybe, this forbidden connection could offer me something I'd been missing. Passion, authenticity, a second chance at love. Or so I told myself. That was the beginning of a secret that threatened to consume me. Every glance, every touch, every stolen moment became a drug I couldn't resist. I found myself drawn to Ethan during the days that followed, exchanging subtle smiles and lingering looks that set my skin ablaze. I caught my breath whenever I sensed he was nearby, feeling an electric charge in the air. It was dangerous, so very dangerous, and yet I couldn't turn away. I knew I was heading into the unknown, risking everything I held dear, but the pull was too strong. Perhaps this was my destiny, a chance at love after loss, a rebirth born from the ashes of betrayal and grief. And as I sit here, pouring out my heart, I realize I've already crossed the point of no return. I am caught in a web of my own making, longing for something real and raw, something that might heal the fractures in my soul. If you crave more raw emotional confessions, please like, share, and subscribe. Your next chapter awaits.